Ready for the key clean. Off, Hope to Rule, clearly won the start over Saxon Jewel. Also pushing up So See God on the inside of the Nun. And Noddle is the first to actually make a tactical move, and that is she has to drag hold of the fave and drop it back to last. In danger of being caught wide, so she's elected to go back last and park off the speed. Hope to Rule is going to lead them. 1,000 metres to go. Hope to Rule locked down in front by Steve Parton. Really wants to go much faster. It's Chewing Steel. So is the horse on the outside, Saxon Jewel. Back on the inside, So See God. It's also travelling very keenly and being closely attended by the Nun. It'll be followed home as they come down the side of the course by SEARCHIN. Time 650 from the judge, and Hope to Rule just quickening things up a little. Over Saxon Jewel, still holding second spot. Back on the inside, So See God. Fourth is the Nun. It's now being encouraged along, and a little bit of work to do here for SEARCHIN Times, who's back last and just getting off the speed a bit here, about 5 lengths from the leader. Hope to Rule giving back as a good sight. Down to the 250. Hope to Rule in front. Here comes SEARCHIN Times. She's whistled up by Noddle and she sprints up quickly. So See God gets away from the inside, but SEARCHIN Times has erupted, comes away from them, and that is a most impressive hat-trick of wins. Too good for them, SEARCHIN Times, beating the Nun. Back on the inside there is So See God from Saxon Jewel, and Hope to Rule had given supporters a little bit of a run for their money, but eventually dropped out to finish back last. Well, the market late swayed to So See God, but it hasn't panned that way. SEARCHIN Times was able to build up a head full of steam and covered them oh so easily. And she is a very, very good filly. Just picking off the low-hanging fruit at the moment. Maiden, Class 1, Class 3. Patient ride by Holly. She grabbed hold pretty much immediately, sensed that there was no point pressing on, dragged her back, and just allowed a really free flow. Went to work on her at the 300-metre mark. So See God was able to track off the fence without too many difficulties whatsoever. But no match at all for SEARCHIN Times, who's won by a length and the same margin, second and third. 1-5-4, 1-5 and 4. Saxon Jewel, fourth. Hope to Rule, a fading fifth. SEARCHIN Times for Mrs. H&R Grant is an awesome rock filly out of Still SEARCHIN, of course the sister to the wonderful group winning filly SEARCHIN Rocks, trained by Summer Dixon. She's got an exciting prospect on her hands here in this filly, and she was very, very well handled by Holly Noddle. Second home, the Nun by Churchill. Sean O'Donnell for Justine Erkelins. So See God by Playing God from So Imposing. Sean J. Casey, Chris Parnham there in the saddle. 1-5-4-6. Impressive. SEARCHIN Times. Next event, MCA Polytrack Maiden, 1,000 metres, 3:15 they'll go, and the gear changed there. No blinkers on 11 Admire Tiff. That was a misprint in the guide there, and never meant to have the blinkers on for its first up appearance today. Let's go downstairs to Tessa joining us in the yard there, and she's got a little bit of X factor about her, this filly.
100% Darren. Summer Dixon just out congratulating Holly and having a quick word to her before we'll be able to catch up with her. But this looks to be a really progressive type in the making. Fantastic ride by Holly. There was that danger of being caught 3 deep for the trip in a small field. She was able to draw her back and then peel off when needed to and let down impressively. Summer, congratulations, SEARCHIN Time. She makes it 3 in a line here. I was just touching on the ride from Holly. Very clever being able to get that cover.
Yeah, she's a girl in form at the moment, and she's just riding so well. I've never really had many apprentices on in the past, but Holly, she's riding as good as a senior, and you couldn't get anyone to ride the horses better at the moment.
The two of you developing a very good strike rate together, but let's talk about this filly, SEARCHIN Time. She now makes it 3 in a line. Gee, she lets down impressively, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does. You know, her last work, she was just sort of grooving along, and she's just learning how to put her legs down still, and yeah, as I said, there's still a lot of improvement. I think she'll get every bit of ground. Just really excited to have her in the stable. Just really thankful for the calibre of horses I've got running at the moment. And as always, I've got such an amazing team. And yeah, just really thankful to get the job done.
Fantastic, well said there. And as you can tell, she does still have a little bit to learn. Where do you look to next to her? Can we see her on a Saturday next?
Yeah, the plan is going to a graduation now, so yeah, we'll probably put in a graduation 1500. But as always, we'll let the horse see how she is and do the talking. And we're in no rush. We just want to keep this horse happy, and we've got a big future ready for her. So this is just the beginning.
Doing a great job there. Now touching on the next two runners that you've got in. Holly aboard both of them. Tempest Tycoon, Miss Valmalenko. Best of those two?
You know, Tempest Tycoon was extremely unlucky last start. She got her tongue over the bit, and if we were to work Tempest Tycoon and Miss Valmalenko together, unfortunately, Tempest Tycoon leaves the other one for dead. So she's definitely got a lot of ability, that horse. She's just doing it all the wrong way around. So it's probably going to take a bit of time to get the best out of her, where Miss Valmalenko, she's more furnished. She's a little black girl, and she tries her absolute heart out. Just love that horse, and I really hope she can get the job done today, but she'll need some luck.
Great work here, and hopefully you have another two winners today. Best of luck there. Well done here.
Thank you.
Summer Dixon, here's Holly Noddle.
Holly joins us now. Back-to-back victories for you, and then 3 from 3 this preparation for the filly. She looks like the world's her oyster.
Yeah, definitely. She's really finding her ground out there and putting everything together.
Looked on paper like you're every chance of probably having to drag back to last today.
Yeah, wasn't really concerned about that being such a small field, and that's exactly what Summer said, and we were just going to let her go through her gears when we got to the straight.
You were following Sean's horse, who's one of the horses in the market there, but at about the 500-metre marker, it came under pressure very quickly.
Yeah, it did. I was hoping to follow it a little bit longer into the straight, or it would take me more into the straight, but once we got off its back, the horse started working really nicely.
I don't think there's any doubt this filly belongs on a Saturday by the looks.
Yeah, I think she's possibly up to that grade now, and I'm just waiting to see where Summer's going to take the horse.
Congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
There's Holly Noddle combining with Summer Dixon and Searching Times. Searching Times. The filly makes it 3 in a line, an exciting type in the making. 1, 5, 4 and 6, the numbers here out of the second. The key clean handicap over the 14.